Hey there, thanks for joining in. In this video, I'll give you a quick walkthrough of our product KaneAI. So KaneAI is our end-to-end application testing agent, which will help you in the authoring of test cases as well as in the generation of automation scripts. And eventually, it will also help you to reduce the maintenance overhead. So what you see on the screen right now is our landing page for KaneAI. It supports testing for browsers as well as native applications. If there is something which is in a pre-prod environment, then you can leverage the feature of tunnel over here. Now, I'll be conducting a test over a browser. So once I click on browser test and once I click on author test over here, I will be redirected to the playground page of the KDI. So on the left side of the screen, you can see an instruction box where you will be giving your prompts in your preferred natural language. Now, this could be English, this could be French, this could be Arabic, as per your convenience. And on the right side of the screen, you will see a browser window which will be giving you a real-time feedback. So these instructions, they don't need to be straightforward instructions like click or send keys. We also support complex instructions like conditional statements as well as assertions. And these assertions, they can even be visual in nature. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a part of the DOM. For instance, if there was an animal over this page over here, I could have simply added an assertion like assert whether an animal is present in the viewport. So this sort of context, it cannot be provided with your traditional frameworks like Selenium, WebDriver IO, Cypress, Playwright, right? So this is the power of the AI kicking in. And in order to make sure that the AI is not giving any false negatives, we also have the feature of viewing the screenshots for all the particular steps over here. Now, we also understand that there can be some prompts which are not just, easily typable through these basic instructions, right? So we have many features integrated with KDE. So speaking of JavaScript, now this works just like your browser console. You can run your JavaScript snippet here to interact with the website in real time. Any script or any flow that you normally execute in the console can be pasted here. And our smart editor is going to validate it and let you test it instantly without switching any tabs. Right? We also have the feature of API. So you can see this window, it's pretty similar to the Postman layout of API, right? So with the help of KaneAI, we can use API for response validation as well. And here I can make any call as per your convenience. Moving on, we also have rolled out a feature where you can establish a connection with your database. You can also use it for the data validation between the front end and the back end. In order to create a connection with database, click on create new connection over here and you will be redirected to the database connection page of KaneAI, right? Currently, we are supporting MySQL, PostgreSQL, MS SQL, Oracle, and MongoDB. Heading back to the features. Now, talking about the flagship feature over here, which is modules. So modules are nothing but predefined instructions. So supposedly in your test suits that there can be many certain scenarios where you're logging in, typing in a particular username, typing in a particular password, and clicking on the login button. So instead of manually, typing these over and over again, what you could do is click on pause test over here, and you can select those instructions and make a module out of it. In other words, it is safe to say that modules will help us to reduce the duplication effortlessly. Now, with the help of parameters, we can parameterize any input field. Now, this could be username, this could be email address, this could be phone number, and so on. We also have the feature of secrets. Now, with the help of secrets, we can comply with the security practices and protect sensitive information. This information could be your password, social security number, your credit card information, and so on. Then we also have use cases related to file uploads as well as time-based OTP. You can also run a visual regression test over here by just simply selecting on visual comparison. Then we also have features for the local variable as well as the global variable supported all within just one window within KaneAI. Now, let's just say if you want a manual control of your browser, which is pretty similar to a codeless or a no-code automation tool, what you could do is click on manual interaction right over here. And Whatever steps that you will be performing will become part of your test case. So just to give you a brief overview of what we have done till right now, we have went to the dashboard, we have created a test. Currently, we have just sent in these instructions over here, right? And we have went through all these features, which was JavaScript, API, add database query, module, parameters, visual comparison, secrets, variables, time-based OTP, and upload file. Right? We also have the features of smart variables as well. You can just simply click on variables and secret section over here, and you can just see all these smart variables that are supported within KaneAI. Now, once this test will be completed, we will be redirected to the test manager window. Now, I have already created this test case over here. So this is what the test manager window will look like. So KaneAI, it comes with a complimentary test manager license, right? And currently we are in the test manager window and you can see whatever instructions that I just executed, right? Everything is captured over here. And touching base on what I said earlier, in order to make sure that the AI is not giving any false negatives, we also have the feature of viewing the screenshot. By default, your code it is getting generated in Python language with the Selenium framework. One more thing I would like to point out. Whenever we are interacting with a particular element, we are storing multiple locators for it. Now, this could be XPath, this could be CSS selector, this could be ID, this could be class. So during execution, let's just say if one locator is failing, KaneAI is going to try others. And let's just say if it's a worst case scenario, nothing is working out, what KaneAI is going to do, it's going to refer back to the original natural language instruction that you provided. So with the help of that, we will be able to interact with the right element. So it is safe to say that KaneAI has auto healing capabilities. It will adapt even if the layout of your website changes. Speaking of updates, if you want to make changes to your test case, what you could do is click on edit test over here, right? Select your tunnel if you're leveraging this and just head on to edit test steps. You will be redirected to the playground page of KaneAI. And once you make some changes to it, there will be a proper commit message reflected when you're trying to save the changes. So each version, it has a commit message as well as a regenerated code. So you can compare these versions, side by side in a GitHub style view. And if needed, you can also roll back to any previous versions, all from the same dashboard. So since the version control is built directly into our test manager, there's no need to rely on any third-party tools. So let's move forward with the test builds. Now, in order to create one, I would require you to go to your project file structure over here and click on create test runs, right? So I would just name this as LT test run. I can even add in the description as well as the tags for segregation. So I'll just go with this. Make sure that it is Kane AI generated and click on create test run, right? So just to give everyone a bit more context, once we are done with the test creation part, the next step is running them. So you can simply head over to the test run section and you can pick all the test cases that you would like to execute as a part of your run. You can think of it bundling them into a build. Now this could be a few test cases or even an entire folder. It's totally up to you how many you want to include. So once you have made your selection, you just move on to the next page by clicking on add test case over here, right? Here, you can select the assignee. So make sure this is the QA in your account. Also, you can choose the combination of devices you would like to run on. So I would just simply click on add a configuration over here. So these are the configurations that have been already created. If I do not prefer these, I could click on create a configuration. I could enter a name, which could be something like a demo. Here, I can select the OS. For the timing, I'm going to stick to Mac. And let's just go with Safari over here. If you want to see how your website is reacting with different resolutions, we also have the feature of selecting that as well, right? And let's just create a configuration over here. And maybe I would also select a configuration that has been already created for Windows 10. And let's just click on apply and save this test run. So we have got two options over here. What we could do is we could just run this right away on Hyper Execute, which is our test orchestration platform, or maybe I could schedule these tests run. So I could just simply click on this right over here. I could add in a name, and this could be, every day, this could be every Friday, this could be every quarter as per your convenience, right? So you just need to add in some details over here for setting up the schedule. For the timing, I'm just gonna run these instances now on Hyper Execute. So I'll just select these, click on Run Instances now. So when you click on Run Instances, you will notice an option to set the parallelism. Now what that means is simply how many tests you want running in parallel. So for example, let's say your test suite it has 5 test cases and you pick 2 device combinations. So that's a total of 10 executions in your test run. In the advanced configuration, you can then decide how many parallel sessions you would like to use, right? You can also enable console logs from here. You can also enable network logs, network full hour, even select the time zone that you would like to execute your test case in. You can also select accessibility testing over here, which is only supported over the Chromium browsers, right? And you can also enable retry on failure over here. I would just simply click on execute right away. Now, Hyper Execute is actually one of our product lines that's focused on test orchestration and execution. Now we have integrated it with KaneAI for the execution part. So whatever you record using KaneAI, it's saved within the test manager, and from there you can run it across different browsers, operating systems, and even real devices through Hyper Execute. Right. So when I talk about Hyper Execute, it is our smart orchestration platform where you can integrate any complex frameworks, and after that you can start executing it. So as a part of the advantages of using Hyper Execute, you get all the orchestration functionalities like retry on failure, auto split, auto healing, and whatnot. And apart from this, it also helps you in matching the local execution time. So whenever you trigger a test, Hyper Execute will spin up a container. It's like a temporary virtual environment where everything needed to run your test is set up. It's going to work like a CI tool, which will let you schedule tests based on your needs. Now, this could be a nightly build, this could be a weekly regression, or even a quick smoke or a sanity check. And before running the test, Hyper Execute will quickly install any dependencies that your project needs, ensuring that your environment is ready without delays. And during the execution, you can also watch the live terminal logs, which will give you real time insight into what's happening. You can just simply head on to execution task over here. And once this is completed, all you need to do is click on scenarios. And once we do that, we will be redirected to the automation dashboard of Lambda test. So the cool part is you will get a very detailed set of logs. Things like the stat trace of failures, exceptions, test videos, network logs, Selenium logs, and pretty much every type of log that's generated during a test. Now, normally, if you're running these tests through a CI/CD pipeline, you would have to dig into your CI server to get those logs. But with Hyper Execute plus Kane AI, you will find everything in one place inside the same dashboard. Now, for example, let's say a test failed, like the one where the assertion didn't pass. So let me just wait for it, or let's just say a test failed, the assertion is not working. What you could do is scroll down to the particular instruction over there, right? And all the relevant logs are right there, right? You will even see the execution video, command logs, network logs, and all of it. And when you click on any specific command, you get even deeper details. Now, this could be the request, this could be the response, and if there was any exception, it would be right there. So I will just simply click on this widget over here and I will be redirected to the automation dashboard. Right. So as I mentioned, execution video on the right side, command logs, network logs, metadata, everything is captured over here. Now, another nice piece. Now we make it super simple to raise bugs directly from the dashboard. What you need to do is just, let's just say if something is not working out as per your convenience, a particular step over there, what you could do is click on these particular three buttons, right? And we have the feature of clicking on raise a bug, right? So just hit the raise a bug button and you can push it straightly into your bug tracking tool. We have solid integrations with Jira plus Microsoft Teams and Slacks. So your test cases, they can be linked directly to the Jira tickets. And every time you run a test, your team will get notified with the test summary, logs, and even the video links right in Slack or Teams or Jira. So yes, it really ties everything together. Test creation, execution, logging, and bug reporting all within a single workflow. Thanks for joining in.